welcome back to Different Style Whites.
Yes!
We are the Different Style Whites, and we love talking about different style fights.
It's true. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah, what more could you ask for? And we love you. If you're listening to this, mostly. There's a couple people, I won't
Yes.
call you by name, but...
I will, but I need to think of them first. I need to think of them first, so you're safe for now.
I'm just trying to be safe.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what we are here. We're safe.
Yes. We had a little break last week from the pod, but we are back with something that may not appear so on first glance, but something huge and massive that the people want.
Yes, there have been people that have asked about this kind of in the same way that people asked about Floyd Mayweather versus The Big Show. Although they were certainly asking about a part of this that we probably we won't dive into to the depths that others have, because that's not the focus. What we're here to talk about today is a series of events from 2005 in the professional wrestling company ZERO1. These events, of course, lead to one of the most talked about storylines in our kinds of circles, probably in the last 15 years. I mean, all I gotta say is stop the Matsunaga, and most people listening will know exactly what I'm talking about. But what a lot of people don't know or really talk about from that is that rivalry right there, Stop the Matsunaga, comes from a different style fight rivalry that preceded it and existed alongside it. And that has really never been explored that much. So that's what we're here to do for this episode and for the next two episodes, is to really dive deep on Kazuhiko Ogasawara's crusade against against fashion and breast milk.
Very, very funny. We were talking before. Really funny stuff. Really funny guy, Ogasawara, who we get a peek at his debut.
Yes.
Early on in ZERO1. All I know about him is that he's a karate guy, sort of in the orbit of our hero, Masashi Aoyagi.
Yes. So
and that he's very funny, unintentionally, and sometimes intentionally, but mostly unintentionally.
Yes. Kazuhiko Ogasawara, I will say, is kind of a pretty reputable karateka in Japan. Him showing up in Z1 was a bit of a big deal because he was a name that was thrown around in karate circles as probably one of the best karate fighters of his time. He was probably at his peak during the 80s. He was pretty highly regarded by Masoyama, who we have definitely brought up before as the godfather of Kyokushin karate. I don't think he ever won any tournaments outright, but he was a constant high placement fighter in tournaments throughout the entirety of the 80s. He was one of the guys that attempted to do the kumite, the real one, the 100-man life or death sparring challenge, and I believe, just looking at his Wikipedia, it says that he got to 43 before he ended up wasn't able to continue any farther.
Jesus Christ!
Which is psychotic to be able to even try and do that, because the kumite thing, which I got very deep into researching at one point. A lot of them were a little bit more celebration-y. They weren't really going as hard as they could, and it was more just sending off a guy who was about to go move international, or any of the non-Japanese guys who would come over to train. Ogasawara is almost definitely one of the cases where the people were trying. They were actually fighting hard and doing full contact sparring. And he got through 43 opponents before he lost, which is nutty.
Incredible. Well, I'm sure the however many like concussions, that exponentially damaged his brain as they piled on each other there contribute to the person that we see in 01 because uh this guy is a lunatic.
Yeah, he's off his fucking rocker, dude.
I mean, the first thing we see in the beautiful, incredible video package is him, just totally normal guy, kicking a tree in a gi in the park and scaring the hose.
Dude, I also wrote that first line in the notes, starting off strong. Kazuhiko Ogasawara practicing karate in a random park. Like he is kicking a tree as hard as he can. He is like going osu very loud after like half of them. And you can at least see one guy in the background who like stops to look at Ogasawara and then just keeps walking.
Dude, not a match we're gonna cover, but I think it's probably because it's clipped pretty bad. But there's a
Yeah.
tag between the first match and second match where he's just I sent you the gif. He's just running around the park with like no
Yes.
discernible route, and
Yes.
there's like an elderly couple looking at him like, what the fuck? 'Cause I would be weirded out if I saw that, and I live in
Yes.
Portland. You're like an elderly Japanese man walking with your wife in the park, and this guy in a gi that's at least one size too big is just running around like a lunatic.
Yeah. Um, but of course, he does stop his training for a second, and that is when we're introduced to the most important person in this entire storyline, and because of what it leads to, the Stop the Matsunaga storyline. That, of course, being the unnamed 01 cameraman, who Ogasawara is like talking with. I don't know why they were even filming him in the first place, but they're talking with him, and he like hands Ogasawara a gift bag. And this gift bag contains two items, but the most pressing one, the one that we look into first, is a magazine. It is a fashion magazine with Ryoji Sai doing a little bit of a pose on the cover, and he flips through, and there's Sakawa Mori in like the middle of the issue, and he's got that shit on.
Looking
And
hot, yeah.
yeah, and Kazuhiko Ogasawara is enraged by this magazine.
Yeah, this cameraman so fun. Excuse me, sir. I know you're insane, but would you also like to be really pissed off?
Yeah.
Here's a present.
And they talk about how Ogasawara's debut in the wrestling world was against Ryoji Sai, and that match, which rules, is fucking awesome. And if we ever do like a debut era Ogasawara episode, we'll definitely include it because it is a like great little fight. He like completely owns Sai. So Ogasawara sees this guy who he faced off when he was like a little young dude and just killed. And he is posing in magazines and he's a champion now and everything. And Ogasawara is like ranting about how like he shouldn't be doing this. This is combat sports. And I don't know exactly what all Ogasawara says, and this is partially influenced by the well-known Dean write-up of the Stop the Matsunaga rivalry, but it really reads that like he's like this pansy, this fucking like weak little guy doing this shitty ass fashion magazine when he should
Yeah,
be
because he
like, I
didn't
don't
say
know.
shit about Omori. He
No,
was
no, he
too
was
scared.
he was too scared to shit on Omori, but he's fine with shitting on Ryoji Sai.
Which is funny in retrospect,
Yes.
because Sai had a period of being an all-time demon.
Yes. Sai like not even like 5 years from this point, like around 2010, like there's just something that activates in his brain that like continues for the next few years where he is one of the most evil wrestlers in the entire world.
But there's one more present.
There is one more present.
The announcer, I mean, the cameraman actually says, "I have one more present."
He does. He does. Like, nobody talks about it, but everything that happens in this rivalry and the more famous one that comes because of it, all of it only exists because there is some guy who worked on the fucking camera crew for Pro Wrestling 01 that just had to like rage bait Ogasawara in a park.
And it's a very funny thread to pull because of what the second present is.
Yes. Yes. So I did not fully get what the whole thing was, but he was arguing with, I believe, Oki Okita, who was the ring announcer for Z1. And this was after Ogasawara had like caused a ruckus at a Z1 show. And he yells at Okita something. He calls Okita something that gets censored. I'm just gonna assume it was a slur. That feels like it's in line with
Probably the
everything
one
else
Dean
Ogasawara was
used.
doing. Yeah, yeah. Probably the one Dean used, you're right. And then he tells Okita to like drink some breast milk because he's a baby.
It translated on Google Lens to "suck your boobs."
Yeah. So the cameraman points, he's like, I got one more gift for you. And Ogasawara pulls it out, and it's a bottle of milk. And it's he's like, there's some breast milk for you.
And I have a little obsito, as John aptly named him.
Yeah.
I am like so certain this was breast milk.
Yeah.
This was not, which is why it's where did they get this?
Yeah, where did the
This guy was like, "Hey, I gotta go piss off this insane guy who's kicking trees in the park. Can I get some breast milk, somebody?"
Somebody get me some breast milk real quick. I gotta make Ogasawara like mad. Because of course Ogasawara gets the breast milk in this glass bottle and he puts it down on like the table and he goes, ah, and he karate chops the bottle and it breaks. That's the start of this. That's the beginning of all of this. Is breast milk rage baiting.
Look how cute
Oh
Ryoji Sai is, and here's some breast milk, and he
yeah.
loses his mind.
Just absolutely like sets him off, sets him on a crusade. It turns Ogasawara into a crusader and a leader who assembles an army to help him terrorize all of the young guys in 01.
A very funny army because it it feels like a bargain basement karate squad,
It does. It really does.
except for Aoyagi.
Yeah,
But
no, like Ogasawara gets all like the B tier karate guys, to start with because he gets Kazuhiko Matsuzaki, who I love, but it's also like very much a B tier karate guy, and he's also, I put in my notes, very interesting guy for this feud because Matsuzaki like is a Pioneer Senshi trainee and he's a Ryumago trainee, and he really only got involved in the karate stuff going into the early 2000s because he gets in with Aoyagi and becomes like a trainee of Seishin Kaikon. But like you go back to the 90s and Matsuzaki is a pro wrestler in different style fights. And he's actually
yeah,
played both sides of the fence, which
I wanted to ask about that when we got to the next one. I had it in my notes for that because he and Kamikaze were Big Japan tag champs together.
They were, and he was firmly a wrestler when that was happening. The karate thing is a pretty recent development for him at this point. It's fascinating because I don't think we're ever going to talk about anyone else who not only was a wrestler who defended wrestling in different style fights, but was also a foreign entity facing the wrestlers. Let alone if any of those exist, they like for sure went the path of started as an opponent and then became a
Yeah,
wrestler. Matsuzaki did it the opposite way. I can't think of anyone else who's ever done that. But we have him, and we have Akio Kobayashi, who comes in a little bit later, and he's he is actually a very interesting guy because he was in with the Katao Dojo group with like Mochizuki and Taru and Okamura. And I've actually read a little bit about him, and he was like a pretty big deal. He was probably one of the best karate fighters of the 90s. And I remember seeing Mochizuki talk about him and being like, yeah, Kobayashi could like kick all of our asses. He was like an actual monster fighter, and that's the reason he didn't stick around in wrestling, is because he was actually so good at karate that he was better off like going and doing karate tournaments around the world than doing like the pro wrestling stuff. Um, but he gets in, and Matsuzaki is there, and eventually there are a few other guys that get folded in. But for now, we are starting off with the first match of the feud from May 5th, 2005. And it is just Ogasawara versus Ryoji Sai.
And I'm like, for some reason, I have a hard time like paying attention to themes. But I love the Ryoji Sai coming out to the Offspring.
Dude,
Kids aren't all right. It's so
it,
perfect.
especially for this. Like, that's so
Yeah,
good.
it's
Um,
yeah.
but he comes out, and Ogasawara comes out to like his fucking like battle music. I don't even know what to call it. But they are flanked by their fucking people. And again, this is a rematch from 3 years before, where Ogasawara completely cleaned Ryoji Sai's clock and put him down on the lightless walk. And 3 years later, Ryoji Sai is kicking his fucking ass.
Hey, you can tell he has some karate training too.
Yes, for
With the
sure.
way they're like trading kicks and shit to start with. My takeaway immediately was never ever call Ryoji Sai gay and or a baby,
Yeah.
because he is hot. As like enraged as Ogasawara gets, the 01 guys are like 10 times as pissed.
Yeah, no, they are really not having it. Like in a very almost like bizarre way, because usually the wrestlers respond with anger. We look back at the other big invasion of like the early 90s, the Seishin Kaikon New Japan one. Those guys in New Japan were fucking pissed. But weirdly, the level of like frustration here might actually be more than like Koshinaka and Kobayashi had, because they were like generally evil. They were generally fucked up, and Kobayashi had like psychopathic tendencies. But here, it's like Ryoji Sai just wants these guys out of the company now. He wants them gone. Uh, and I do love you bringing up his karate stuff, because it's very funny to think like Ogasawara is like a big deal karate guy, but Ryoji Sai trained in karate with Gerard Gordeau. Like, like, what is Ogasawara's like play here? Like, come the
That
fuck on.
I didn't know that, but it explains a lot about again
Yes.
who he
Yes.
morphs into.
Yeah, actually, it is a vital part of the Ryoji Sai lore, especially concerning, who he is today. That his training before wrestling was that he
Yeah,
went to the Netherlands and trained with Gordeau.
because he was a fucked up evil wrestler for a while, but he's also just kind of a fucked up evil dude now.
Yeah. But I mean,
I
you
hope he
see it
doesn't
in
hear
this
this.
match. Yeah, dude, fucking Ryoji Sai, please don't give me COVID. Um, uh, Ryoji Sai, like, immediately in this match, they start scrapping and they get against the ropes. And Sai goes like straight to biting him, like biting his face like he's a pit bull, and like raking his eyes and throwing headbutts. And
20
Ogasawara
seconds
is
in, 20
yeah,
seconds into the match, he's eye raking, biting, headbutting. It's interesting how they're sort of like speed running everything
they
that we've
are.
seen in these other kind of angles, and we talked about it some before, like before we recorded today, about how fucking nuts this like I'll still call this early 01. I think
Yeah.
how fucking psychotic this this place was.
Yeah, dude, like half of the roster is beyond the level of acceptability when it comes to like stiffness and aggression. And I think a vital part of it is that Shinya Hashimoto was helming the company and it was dealing with like everything that surrounded it with Inoki and like everything that happened with battle arts and like every like a lot of industry people who just wanted it to fail. Like this is a company that was surrounded by genuine enemies who wanted it to die, and it had Shinya Hashimoto at the helm, and that kind of cultivated an attitude of like the fucking the Toukon fighting spirit thing, but also just wanting to kick the shit out of everyone.
And each other.
And each other. And Ryoji Sai is a great example of someone who just wanted to kick the shit out of people.
Yeah, and so we're like we sort of speed running the like heated part of it because it starts that way. In the match itself, we're immediately into the biting and headbutting, and the seconds are up on the apron, pissed off. Also, like 20 seconds into the match.
Yeah, and Sai is like throwing like full force kicks and punches at the seconds.
Heaters.
He spits on Matsuzaki, which just straight up spits in his face. That leads into Ogasawara trying to make a comeback by throwing like 5 really fucking crazy like spin kicks, and Ryoji Sai just like backsteps all of them and then throws them out of the ring.
Yeah, it's to me, it's like the experience of Ogasawara, like in a nutshell. He throws these like incredible looking kicks, and on like the biggest one, he just falls right on his ass.
Yeah.
And Sai when he throws him out of the ring, he gets him in a waistlock,
He
and
does.
I thought he was going to German him out of the ring and kill him. And I wrote in my notes, like 10 years later, he probably would have. He probably would have German suplexed him over the top rope.
Yeah.
But he just chunks him onto the seconds that he's already spit on and kicked and punched as hard as he can.
Yeah. Now that does lead Ogasawara comes back in, and that does lead to Ogasawara finally like fighting him off because they do this really awesome like just stand and bang spot where they're both throwing like kicks and punches over and over, and Ogasawara gets him in the corner and actually takes advantage with some really nasty like corner punches to the gut.
Horner, that's
And
him.
yeah, that's Horner.
Go check out his Twitter feed if you.
Oh
if
my
you're
god! I forgot about that. Oh my god! Thank you, Ogasawara.
But yeah, that shit is awesome. It's really really electrifying when they're just standing and kicking the shit out of each other and punches him down, takes the gi off.
Yes. Crowd gets so hyped, which they are hyped for all of this, of course. But they especially like get really amped up after the gi comes off, and Sai gets up, and they're landing crazy fucking heaters, more stand and bang, and then Ogasawara goes for a head kick. Ryoji Sai catches it, puts in a deep crab that then almost turns into a Karisu style like backwards crab. I got like war flashbacks when I saw that, and I was like, oh no. But he keeps it in. Ogasawara gives, and Ryoji Sai takes the win.
And it was a nice, fun story for a cool undercard match, but I'm glad we settled that. And
Yes.
all is well in 0-1.
All is well, except it is not, because immediately the karate guys are trying to get on top of Ryoji Sai and kill him, and the entire like young guy roster is running in to fight him off. And we get a look at a man who we're not going to see as much as he matters in the next storyline, like the one that follows us. But we see Yoshihito Sasaki, who is kind of the rally guy for the young Z1 troops. He is flying into the ring, throwing crazy fucking heaters, getting on the mic and like screaming into it. And we mentioned like DMing each other. He feels like such a like top guy
But
here.
you could have told me that the other people that came out with him were like Hulk Hogan and fucking Steve Austin, and I would not have noticed. He's like,
No,
it's incredible how much of a star he is, like, immediately.
yeah, he exudes like pure like energy. Like he is so commanding in everything he does. Um and I mean just I really and we're gonna see him actually wrestle. Like we do get to see that. Um but I really wish there was like some more like involved different style rivalry with Sasaki. Like one that happened like after this, maybe like the later 2000s. Because him doing like work against like a karate fighter or something, like consistent work, would have been fucking crazy.
Yeah, that would have hit like PCP. I can
Yeah.
picture him. I can picture him just covered in blood and screaming,
Yeah.
backdropping people to death.
Oh my god, I would have loved it. Um, but of course, that is not the end. There is so much heat between these two teams, and they must continue, and they do. As Abi said, there is a tag later on that same month. We get like 2 minutes of it, so I didn't even really consider including it here. But it looks like it is very cool. That is also where the footage with the him fighting in the park with the grandma. um, but that then leads into the next match that we're going to be talking about from June 17th, 2005. Kazuhiko Matsuzaki versus Kamikaze once again in the Kurikan Hall. I don't think I mentioned before that the last one was in Kurikan Hall, but it is. We are back in Kurikan for this match. We get a cool little pre-tape showing everything that's happened so far, and includes some bonus footage of Ogasawara demolishing everyone in his own dojo, which is always awesome to see. Very, very Double J MMA esque. um, but we get into the match, and we have the entrances, and Kamikaze is coming out, and he's got his guys, and it's just very funny because the young Z1 thing is kind of a very loose affiliation. And they're letting really everyone get involved in this. Like if you're just not busy, you can get involved in the feud. Kamikaze has been around for 12 years. He's not
And he
really
looks like he's been
young.
around for 20.
Yeah, he looks like a divorced mom, dude. Like he is not portraying youth in any capacity. And he and Matsuzaki, of course, you said they got some history because they were both fucking around in Big Japan. I think they did some stuff together in Wrestle Yume Factory. Like this
And
is
he says something to him on the mic that I thought I
yeah.
heard the word karateka. Was he just like making fun of him for doing
Yes,
karate after?
I have
Because
to.
whatever it is, it pisses Matsuzaki off big
It's
time.
it sends him into a furious rage. I have no idea what he said, but I have to imagine it was like, "What the fuck are you doing, playing karate like your little kid getting your brown belt?" it it certainly sends him into a complete tizzy. Um, oh, I can actually tell you exactly what he says. He says, "Long time no see, Machan. That karate gi doesn't look good on you," and that sends Matsuzaki into a fucking furious anger.
See, that's
Um,
awesome because I've seen this a bunch of times. Because this, as we'll get to, plays into the stop the Matsunaga thing, and I never paid any attention to that.
yeah,
I
it
just
no,
thought they're pissed off.
I do appreciate them like actually like acknowledging like, hey, these two guys have been working together for like 10 years up to this point, and it's very weird. Like Matsuzaki has never been in 01 before, so they have no experience there of like, oh, here's Matsuzaki with the black trunks as like the wrestler. uh but like people that are watching this feud probably know enough to know that he's like tenured, that
I,
Matsuzaki's been around since like the late 80s.
have to imagine there's some crossover between Big Japan watchers and 01
Oh
enjoyers,
yeah, oh yeah,
just in terms of the violence.
yeah.
I
So
think we called it bath salt Toukon,
yeah,
the 01 style. So
yeah.
outside of deathmatch, about as violent as you can get, and to me, honestly, more violent than deathmatch. I'd
A
rather
lot
get
of it, yeah,
cut than kneed as hard as possible in the face by
yeah.
a
Like,
zero one guy.
do you want to bleed a lot, or do you want to remember your grandparents? Like, that's really the question. And the 01 guys have chosen to forget their grandparents because fucking immediately they are fighting. And I will say the like fighting and scrambling they do here is fucking awesome. And like
Kamikaze looks incredible here.
I love Kamikaze. I've shouted him out a few times. Chris Eord, the good brother, he put me on the Kamikaze like years ago because I had seen him. Like I've always been a big Wrestle Yume guy, and I thought Kamikaze was awesome there, but I'd really only seen him there. And Chris got me to sit down and watch some of 01 stuff. People do not talk about this guy. He is fucking like fantastic. He is
So
such a great wrestler.
he is. At first, I put he's been watching his Koshinaka tapes because the way he beats down Matsuzaki to start, he's like it. I had flashbacks to Koshinaka,
Yeah.
but then he breaks out like a Pele and like Jack Evans kicks.
Yeah.
It's such an insane combination. And as you said, he looks like a divorced mom. Maybe a lot of that I think might be the haircut, but
Yeah.
uh, he has like he has some swagger. He's got some charisma that really pops.
Yeah. If anyone knows Kamikaze for anything, it's probably for being Tengu Kaiser, which was like the 01 version of Hayabusa. And actually, listener of the pod, Tom, shout out Tom, he gave a Tengu Kaiser versus a Kyo Kobayashi match like 5 stars on Twitter, and that's a Chris Elord upload. And if anyone's listening and they have not seen that match, it is on YouTube. You should go watch it. It is actually, if we ever just do an assorted different style fights episode, I'm like 100% bringing that match because that match fucking rules. But yeah, Kamikaze so great. He is so vicious, and I like didn't realize what it was from, but I even noted down like in my notes like Kamikaze is stuffing Matsuzaki and throwing like hammer fist to his body. And I have seen this before, and I'm trying to remember who did it. It's fucking Koshinaka, like exactly the same shit, and it's
Yeah,
so
if
good.
you're gonna emulate somebody, please, more people need to steal from Shiro Koshinaka. It's
Yes,
an untapped well.
yes. I got one more thing about Kamikaze. We will definitely talk about him in the future because he is involved in something in the late '90s that I was watching this and I was like, have I seen Kamikaze do different style stuff before? And I thought of the Tengu Kaiser Kobayashi match, but then I remembered he's involved in some shit in the late '90s, and I was like, oh, I gotta write that down. So we'll talk
Yes,
about him again.
awesome.
But he and Matsuzaki are just like fighting each other out on the ground, and Matsuzaki's throwing some fucking hard shots, and Kamikaze is like putting him in like arm locks and shit. And then you can see the referee like turn around and he's like, hey, you can't do that. And it pans out, and Ogasawara runs in and axe kicks Kamikaze. And immediately, everyone in the ring, we are going like all hell breaks loose.
And while all this is going on, of course, there's a mysterious man in an El Santo mask and a
Yeah,
black gi,
just hanging out at
just hanging
ringside.
out, checking it out. Yeah,
Every now and then the camera
with
like,
the middle finger blade tape.
hmm. uh, but they are fighting out, and Takaiwa appears, another young guy who
Yeah,
is
we needed
like,
more insane people.
yeah, it's like, how about we do like fucking Teddy Long, we do a tag match, fucking uh and it just turns into like a 6-man, but it's also I don't know what this is because there are so many guys running in and out. It's just general fighting.
Yeah, I think it was a 7-man because there was an extra, and Oyagi sort of also appears, like we haven't
Yes,
seen him yet, and it just
yes,
cuts to him looking with the shredded gi, looking road hard and put back wet from many
yes,
years of having the best matches
yeah,
ever.
yeah. Like
But you know he's
literally,
ready.
camera.
He was probably in the park kicking trees and he just sensed it and like appeared.
Yeah, he like
He's
ran over
traveled
to
through
the
space and
arena.
time.
Yeah, he literally just like cuts over, and the announcer goes like, "Ah, Oyagi, oh!" Like he just appears, and fucking Takaiwa runs over to him, and Aoyagi immediately starts kicking his ass.
Yeah, he zones
Um,
in on him, which is a good call because you got to kill this guy.
which, God, I need to see if they did any other work together, because I never thought of Aoyagi versus Takaiwa before, but what a fucking pairing that might be. Jesus Christ. Like,
It's awesome in the couple minutes we get. It's
yeah.
unbelievable.
um,
Sasaki's raging out, throwing chairs.
dude, Sasaki is going like fucking gorilla mode. He is like beating his chest and launching himself to like brutalize guys. Um, fucking the whole energy in this like match, quote unquote, is like it is probably the closest anything has gotten to those New Japan tags we were talking about in like the early 90s with Aoyagi and Saito, because it is, there are no tags, there's no attempt at controlling this. Guys are just flying in and out of the ring, throwing pot shots at each other. The camera just keeps cutting over to shit happening outside. uh Basically everyone here gets a moment to shine. Fucking Namiguchi's going crazy with these drop kicks and elbows. Takaiwa is beasting. Aoyagi is throwing punches and big kicks. Ogasawara looks awesome. Fucking Matsuzaki and Akio Kobayashi look great. Like, genuine, complete chaos where everyone is laying everything into each other. And fucking Takaiwa pulls out just fucking randomly double superplex, which I was like, holy shit.
That whole thing was crazy because Oyagi gets him in like a tree of woe and gets up on the top rope like he's gonna go for like a double stomp and end his life.
Yeah.
And Takaiwa does a sit up out of the tree of woe, which I have never seen before. I'm sure somebody's done it on like NXT or something, but I've never
Yeah.
fucking seen somebody sit up out of the tree of woe. And then we get another look at Ogasawara's fascinating mind because he then climbs up and puts himself in superplex position
He does.
so that Takaiwa can hit the double superplex.
Yeah, and
So
fucking double
that's when,
lariat too.
yeah, that's when Kamikaze comes in and is just like going nuts on everybody.
Yeah, he throws like before the Pele kick, which is crazy on its own. He throws this ungodly thrust kick. I wrote down in the notes super kick, but thinking about it again, it is more like the Kabuki
The
thrust kick.
Great Kabuki thrust kick, yeah.
And then immediately goes over and fucking Kamikaze is Mr. Moonsault, so he hits the goddamn moonsault, looks beautiful, and he goes for the pin, and Ogasawara breaks it up by hitting the hardest sounding chop to the back I've ever heard.
I wrote that down, the loudest back slap ever.
It is equivalent to when you were running down the hallway in high school and you neck somebody and it sounds like 1,000 suns. Like, it is ridiculous. Akio Kobayashi then comes in and deals with a submission that's going on, and Yoshihito Sasaki comes flying from across the ring to kick him in the gut and send him flying down to the floor. And then Akio Kobayashi's on the floor, like getting up, and Sasaki like yells something in the crowd. I think he just yells, "You son of a bitch!" Gets on the apron and running like tackles him off of the apron.
I think that he was trying to like do like jump like off the top,
Yeah.
and he slips and he lands on the apron and he just launches himself off the apron like which is such a happy accident. He's like, "Oh, I fucked up. I better like smoke him as hard as I can."
Yeah. And that eventually leads into Namiguchi and Aoyagi being the ones left in the ring. Namiguchi fights it off a little bit, but Aoyagi catches him with some shots and then lands a
Oh my
ridiculous head kick.
god.
He hits it and he doesn't even cover him. He just goes straight into like karate pose.
Yeah, it's an instant KO. And like we said, we don't know the rules of this. I know the first one, they at least flashed on the screen, looked like it was like different style fight rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But even in any context, he's out cold.
Yeah, referee looks down, sees him out, calls it, and that is the match. 4 minutes long. Just a 4 minute long something man tag. Like, fucking awesome. I love this match. This match is
It's incredible.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, and they
This
they
is
do
like
the
everything.
classic attempted murder with the belt.
Yeah, dude,
They should
Aoyagi,
really take those from the.
yeah, Aoyagi like gets the win by KO, and he's like, "Okay, I've won. Now to take my belt off and try to hang him." um, and young guys fight him all off, and there's a little bit of a split down the middle of the ring. Ogasawara is yelling for the guy to get in. Aoyagi's beckoning him. Black Gi El Santo mask guy gets in, takes it off. You all know who it is. It's fucking Mr. Danger, Mitsuhiro Matsunaga. Crowd loses it. They go crazy at this reveal, which, of course, makes sense because it is Matsunaga.
and I love this announcer. I don't know his name, but you've heard him a bunch of times. His reaction is appropriate.
Yeah.
The way he yells, Matsunaga, and then I don't know what he's saying, but the intonation is correct. And then Sasaki also has a very appropriate reaction to Mr. Danger.
Yeah.
appearing.
Sasaki is like enraged at this. He is so like you can't be here. You gotta go. Like he like throws the microphone at him when he's outside, like, which is the exact right response, because if you see Matsunaga appear in your fed, you should do everything you can to make him go away as soon as possible.
Yeah, they should have pulled out a gun and shot him. Right
Yeah, just like pulled out a knife and stab. Well, I was gonna say pull out a knife and stab him, but that's what Matsunaga tried to do immediately.
He would love that.
Yeah.
Oh, a knife fight.
Yeah.
He would still be doing the worst hide the weapon ever, even though it's
Yeah.
a shoot knife fight.
And oh, you know what? I forgot to mention. So with the last match, I believe, with the May 5th one, there's like a backstage thing after the match, and there's like a fight that breaks out because the karate guys show up and attack Ryoji Sai. This time, backstage they have all the karate guys hanging out together, and they're talking about like showing Matsunaga's with them and everything, and they're all going to go do like a group like handshake, and then you hear like a bang sound from a door busting open, and the entire young guy roster runs into the backstage and starts kicking their asses.
Yeah, and the tip of the spear is Sasaki again, and he's like a cannonball, man. He fucking flies in and wails on everybody.
Yeah. Fucking again, awesome stuff. I love that tag, and they are doing such a great job of like setting up, very obviously setting up what this is going to lead to for like the one of the bigger parts of the feud. But before we get to that, before we get to the what this is all leading towards to start with, there's one more tag to talk about, and that is 2 days after this one, the 19th of June 2005. We are in KBS Hall with the big fucking stained glass window.
One of the great venues.
And we have
great to see a good match in there.
Yeah. We have Aoyagi making his formally announced debut in 01. You know, he's not formally announced, like his first time actually being booked on a card. The last time he appeared, he just kind of showed up and started fighting. But this time he's here with Ogasawara, and they're taking on young guy Fuyuki Takahashi and fellow young guy Masato Tanaka.
Yes, young guy who they even note in this match. This is a week after One Night Stand against Mike Awesome.
Holy shit! I didn't pick up on that. Oh my god.
So
And,
yeah, 0-1 young guy Masato Tanaka.
Yeah, fucking...
One of the most differentest style fighters that we've seen.
So different that he's actually not going to engage in the different style fighting, which is like kind of incredible in a way. I put down in my notes that Masato Tanaka plays this match like how I would imagine like Keiji Muto being put into the 92 feud, because he is so above everyone else in this match in terms of like pecking order and like how like what he matters to the company. So what Tanaka does is he just hits all of his spots.
He gets his shit in, yeah.
He gets his shit
Immediately.
in.
Yeah.
Like
the first thing he does is throw Ogasawara into some chairs and then splash him through a table. And he crushes him.
Does the super fly, and fucking Ogasawara dies for a second, and then it cuts over and Aoyagi is kicking Fuyuki Takahashi in the head repeatedly. Like,
yeah,
kicking him in the forehead.
Dude, when he kicks him in the forehead when he's like against the apron.
Yeah.
Next time we see him, he's covered in blood, and there is like a giant divot in the middle of his forehead. Like, I know that was hard way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bleeding off like a kick, but that's Aoyagi. I did question their strategy here.
Yes.
The karate guys, because they pair off immediately.
Yes.
I'm like, I probably would have run Aoyagi against Tanaka if I were
yeah. Which I guess speaks to the whole thing of this is Ogasawara's feuds. They're putting him against the biggest guy here. Yeah. And Ogasawara has, weirdly enough, Ogasawara has more experience wrestling Tanaka than Aoyagi does. Because Ogasawara has done like tags with him for the last few years, and there is a chance this is the first time Aoyagi has ever shared the ring with Tanaka, actually. So they kind of pair it the way that they seemingly should in terms of like, you know, experience, but then also you can get the feeling even from watching this, like Aoyagi is above Ogasawara. Like he in a way, he is the like best secret weapon they could have brought in. And which is funny because they really build up how big of a deal Matsunaga is as the secret weapon, which
give Aoyagi a ice pick and see what he does.
Dude, oh my god! Imagine fucking Aoyagi getting in the deathmatch shit. We've seen it
we don't
too.
Have to. Yeah.
Like fucking, there's a match we're gonna talk about eventually. I don't know when we're gonna talk about this, so I'll mention it now. Aoyagi versus Tarzan Goto. Great example of what he would do, because he gets in the zone with some of the deathmatch stuff, and he like wraps his leg in barbed wire and starts throwing kicks. Like he would totally be game to murder.
The best. He's the best. And he, like, this is what, 15, 16 years removed from when we first met him and then we talked about. And
yeah,
his face looks older, but his offense is the same.
Yeah, he is just as crisp as he was at A9. But yeah, as you said, they kind of pair off, and Ogasawara is mostly just getting owned by Tanaka. And Tanaka, like, you know, runs big stuff on everybody. He hits the DDT stunner combo, which again, this is like an evolving blood feud. So him hitting that funny fucking double team combo is really awesome. And then he tags Fuyuki Takahashi.
Which was, I went crazy. Because this is the first hint of a tag.
Yes.
Both the karate guys are in the ring.
Yeah.
His Takahashi is near death.
Yeah, he is.
He tags him in and just stands on the apron while he gets his ass absolutely destroyed. Yeah. He watches his partner get kicked in the face 25 times.
And Takahashi hits some good drop kicks to start. He's got that rookie fire, and then like Aoyagi hits one punch to the face and it is over. Like the way they beat on Takahashi is disgusting because they are like Ogasawara throwing some nasty kicks and punches to the gut, and Aoyagi, he is such a great puncher. He is such a fantastic puncher, and he is
It's all knuckle.
immediately
They're not
yeah.
even karate punches.
No, they're like fucking like Memphis punches, dude. They're crazy.
It's this part to me was like in Streets of Rage, if you're playing with your friend and you get on either side of a guy and you're just and the guy's just like off the ground getting destroyed.
Streets of Rage is a great comparison point for this feud, actually. Yeah, fucking like spin kicks into chops, into punches, into like everything. Fuyuki is like getting the shit kicked out of him. Tanaka does try to run interference, and they just like Scooby Doo trap him. They put him in the corner tree of low position and like tie him up with their belts.
Yeah, he watches this guy get absolutely murdered, like leaning on the top rope, and then Ogasawara, again like the 25th head kick, and then a karate chop to the gut. The same thing he did to the baby bottle. He
Yeah.
did to the gut, which looks kind of funny, but also like that might have been worse than the head kicks, man. Don't karate chop me in the stomach.
No
And he
way.
comes in to break it up, yeah. And he gets to the trio low, and they tie him up. Now these motherfuckers are tying him up with 2 belts. Confiscate these belts.
Take these belts, referee.
And Aoyagi has done it before because he like the way he ties his hands up.
He's got it. He's got it down to like a method. Like he gets him tied up so fast, and he is like actually like Tanaka is unable to free himself. And he just he tries to get out on top of Takahashi, and the ref tries to pull him off, and so of course Aoyagi immediately just bodies the referee, and the referee goes to call for the bell, and as he's calling for the bell, Aoyagi gets on top of Fuyuki Takahashi and starts throwing like mounted punches, and it is so like it's so violent. He is like covering his own body in Takahashi's blood from how hard he is punching him in the face on the ground. And fucking like all the young guys run in to try and pull him off, and Aoyagi is like latched onto Fuyuki's hair and is trying to drag him with him so he can continue to punch him.
It's nuts. This is the third time that I wrote schmoz, and I was like, I've got to come up with another word for schmoz. A set to.
Yeah.
A melee.
A melee is great.
And then for some reason, Ogasawara gets on the mic and starts harassing the poor nerd timekeeper who looks like the Futoshi Miwasito.
Yeah.
What did this guy do?
Dude, I do not know what Ogasawara's fucking problem is. He just keeps harassing people. Like, that's his thing. He just keeps fucking talking shit.
He's like, you look gay too.
Yeah. Like, what is his deal? And fucking it goes to Tanaka backstage taped up, and I totally believe for a second they were gonna bum rush him too, because like they just kept like we keep getting backstage bum rushes. So I was like, are they gonna do it to Tanaka? But no, this is the one show where neither group gets bum rushed. Aoyagi talks into the camera and signs us off for what we're covering today. But yeah, no, that tag was awesome. Tanaka is such a weird pick to be included in this feud, not only because he is not a young 0-1 fighter, but also because he is just not really wanting to engage in the feud. He's like, I'm here to have a wrestling match, and Takahashi's here to continue the story. But I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
I loved it. It's great. I am an unapologetic Masato Tanaka fan.
He rules here.
Masato Tanaka, yeah.
Yeah. And it is the final match of the feud. The most important part is this is the final build up to kind of the first big full-on showdown that is going on this, because next week we're going to talk about the January 30th, 2005 S Arena show. This is the first episode we're ever going to do where we're actually talking about a full show, because this show is literally just the Karate Army versus the Z1 Young Guys. That is every single match, 5 singles matches. I am fucking pumped.
Yeah, dude. I felt it move.
Yeah.
Oh, man, what's better than that? And it
um,
just really is, man. This really is like the Jerry Springer version of the Seishin Kaiken.
yes, dude. Like, I think a lot about whenever we were doing the episode on American stuff, and you gave me the rundown on the Steve Austin Chris Adams feud, and I feel like this is probably besides that match itself, this is the closest any of like the Japanese different style stuff we do is ever going to come to feeling like that, because this is so weird and petty, and I know just how like uncomfortable this will eventually get. But I am fucking loving it. This is like white trash, different style fighting, if there ever was any. And I am so pumped for what we're going to talk about next week with the first ever full show. And we're going to see all of the Karate Guys, including the in-ring debut of the secret weapon of Team Karate, Mitsuhiro Matsunaga.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Do we have any questions from the people to talk about on this one?
we do. I do want to talk about our Russian friend who made the Survival Tobita game. He just left us with a comment.
Yes, dude.
Boris, right? Is that right? It's in
I
Russian
think
on my
so.
screen. So
Yeah.
yeah. He said, "I've been acknowledged by my senpais," and he gave us a timestamp. And he said we're both getting into his next wrestling game. Which again, if you didn't play the Survival Tobita game that he made, I don't even know how you find. I'm sure you can just Google Survival Tobita game.
Yeah.
Uh, Incredible, as fun as it sounds.
Yes. It is
And
so awesome. I
and there is an Omni
admittedly.
related Easter egg in that game too, but
Oh wow! So I actually have not played it because I am a shitty fucker who only has a Mac, so I don't have the ability to. I have not looked into getting it working on my Mac yet. But I do. I have been planning to for a while, but I did watch someone play it, and it's awesome.
there's a point. He sent me the screenshot, or somebody sent me the screenshot, where it says, "What farter is the real one? If you know, you know." So please make a different style fight game, and please put the different style whites in it.
Dude, just
And he also said, "Thank you for opening the new world of Katao Dojo for me. Nice
oh
addition to my wrestling backlog of stuff to watch." Yeah,
yeah,
easy
dude.
breezy, beautiful stuff there.
Yeah. Yeah, watch all of Katao Dojo. I don't even remember if I said it on. No, I didn't, because it was like the day after the pod went out. There's a guy on Twitter who has been posting a lot of really rare footage that he has in like his personal collection. And I think on the podcast I mentioned we only have footage of like the first 4 Katao Dojo shows. Uh, this guy has footage. Not only does he have footage of one of the other ones, he has like VHS release footage with like graphics and shit. And guy, I know you're
What's
not
better than
listening to
that?
this. I know he is not listening to this. I'm certain of it. I don't think he speaks a lick of English. But if by any chance you are, I will straight up pay you $500. Please give me that show.
Yeah, we'll get
Oh my,
a GoFundMe going from the listeners. We could do that in a day.
yeah, dude. He even mentioned to me because I was asking about the show. He was like, I can't post the full show. It's from my private collection, but I will post clips of the Aoyagi versus Taru different style fight,
Oh my
because
god.
he says that it is one of the craziest things he's ever seen. I don't know if he's still posted it all or not. I might message him and ask him if he will, but
Yeah,
he was
and if
talking
this is a
big about
guy who
that.
has rare Katal Dojo footage, he's probably seen some crazy shit.
Yeah. So shout out to that guy. Hopefully one day we're able to get something from him. But Yeah, no, man. Thank you, Boris, for fucking offering to put us in your games. If you do, that would be fucking crazy.
We'll
I
live
would love to
forever,
be
John.
yeah, I would love to be a white guy talking head in a different cell fight video game. That'd be great. And I'm always happy to tell people about Katao Dojo. I love that fed. Definitely recommend watching it. So thank you.
Yeah, we got
Uh,
a few more. Why don't you pick one from the?
yeah. Oh god, there are two really good ones that are kind of new additions to this list, actually. Um, let's go with the one from Mike Awesome Mike. Other than Megumi Fuji, which one of the different style fighters do you wish could have stuck around in pro wrestling for longer? There's like there are a few very good answers to this, I think. Um,
I just have one off top which is Don Nakaya Nielsen. I think he
yeah,
would have been unreal if he transitioned into like because he just had so much charisma and he got it. And I don't
he
even know if
did.
he got it as much as it was like instinctual and that's just his personality, but like everything he did was so exciting and supercharged.
Yeah. No, I fully agree with you there. He is the fact we only have like 3 matches with him is fucking heartbreaking because he is so fantastic.
Yeah, as we
Um,
discussed, they're all awesome.
yeah,
And they're all
literally
different.
all of them. Yeah. Uh, I kind of lean. So he did a lot, but I kind of lean Lee Gaksu. Um, like he was around for a solid calendar year, and then he was gone. And this is partially just me being sad because as we discussed when we were talking about the fucking the Seishin Kaikon New Japan feud, there was a booked and planned Lee Gaksu versus Masashi Aoyagi match, and then Lee Gaksu got injured like a week before the show. And that is kind of one of those matches that I like every now and then I'll think about and I'm like, damn, we were so close to like the greatest
Ugh.
shit ever. um I would have loved to see him work like way more. Like just like a few more years in FMW. He would have been fucking fantastic. And then the other one, Oken Show had like 8 matches ever. And I am very sad about that because he would have been a great like mid card guy just hanging out.
Yeah. I wish Murahama had more. He did hang around.
Yeah, but
But I
he was
wish he
done
had
with the
more
different
different style
styling.
fights, yeah, because he was, as we talked about, he was just such a prodigy.
Yeah, he's
Which
done
is
with
why
that
he
with his
transitioned into being a great wrestler. But
yes. And I love great wrestler Murahama, but I am with you that like we get him as the different styler for like half a year, and I would have loved to see him do that for like 2 years.
yeah, and not a different style fighter, but somebody who participated in a different style fight. And we talked about this on that episode. But I would love to see more Devil Masami versus whatever
Yeah.
category of fighter you could come with.
Yeah, no, that is a great pick right there. Oh god, that opens up a good realm too. Who's a pro wrestler that we wish had more different style fights? You know what? I don't even know if he's done any formal ones. But I mentioned him. Takaiwa probably would have been a great guy for
Oh,
like
he would have
different
been
style fighting.
perfect, dude.
You know what? He has a match with Ogasawara from like 2002, and that match fucking rocks. Like, he would have been so great doing that in like really any point of his career, but especially like late 90s. If there was anyone to do it in like the New Japan Junior division. But
Did it? Did Otsuka ever do any different style fights? Because that would be a wrestler that I would love to see, like in a different style fight environment.
oh shit, that's a good. I mean, it depends on how much you would define the Matsunaga match as a different style fight.
Yeah.
But that kind of goes
Well,
into
let's
the realm
say
of
it is. Let's say it
yes.
is, so we can talk about it later.
Yeah. Oh, dude, no, I got some things written down. Don't worry. um,
Awesome.
yeah, I really don't even think he's ever done any like formal different style fighting. Oh No, he did do one. Do we have this? I think we might have this. We do. He did one, and I guess one day if we want to do just a fun bullshit one, we can do this. He did a 3-way different style fight in 2017 for the beautiful Diamond Stars Wrestling Company run by
2017. Wow.
run by Jimmy Suzuki. It was boxing versus wrestling versus sumo. Alexander Otsuka versus Shingo Garyu, who's a boxer, versus Tachi Hikari. I don't even know if I've ever seen this match, and I've seen like half of the show. I might have just not watched this one, so I'm gonna have to put this one down in the notes.
You know what other wrestler would be a great different style fighter?
Who?
The greatest wrestler ever, Negro Casas.
Oh, you know what? I need to see. Did he ever have any matches with Kickboxer? Because
I
I
don't know.
know
He probably wrestled Kung Fu.
I was gonna say he definitely
I know he
wrestled
wrestled
Kung Fu.
Octagon, probably.
And fucking his brother had a long feud with Kickboxer, which we will get to eventually. But
Yes.
I would love to see if he ever like a cage match does not say that he ever did any matches with Kickboxer. I guess because fucking Kickboxer is like comes up in AAA and Negro Casas I don't believe ever went to AAA.
Not until like the 2010s, late 2010s,
Yeah. Because
maybe
I know like
2020s.
Heavy Metal goes to AAA, and then Negro Casas stays in CMLL. So we got one of the Casas brothers doing a different style fight against Kickboxer. We did not get the
If
other
you're
one.
out there saying who is Kickboxer, just wait.
just wait. We will we will get to that, and I will
Wait
probably
and
post.
anticipate and believe us and trust in the
I will
different
post.
style whites.
I'll post an obscene amount of the Kickboxer Facebook photos because they are some of the funniest things I've ever seen. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up. I am so pumped to continue talking about this rivalry with you, Avi, and I'm so pumped to
Yes.
keep the people in the loop for this. Yeah, we're gonna be getting in some fucking crazy shit.
As always, I cannot wait. And we will
Alright.
we'll be back next week with more different style fights for your brain.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye.